Python course also, no problem, but some minimum knowledge is required. Are you understand, Swan? So basic rules of Python rules and regulations, functions, how creating, like these things you need to have the knowledge. Some people without knowing Python basic thing also join, sir. So maybe that time you may get some confusion. Okay, so that's why some minimum fundamentals you need to require to know about the Python. Okay, so all Python developers can learn this Django framework to developing the web applications. So Django is a framework. I told these all points. That's why overview I am giving today. Some people are coming. Okay, and I will share documentation to you, sir. Everything point by point, you are going to get clearly. When you are reading, everything you are understanding theoretically. Okay, so Django is a framework. What is the framework means? Framework is nothing but a software. Framework is nothing but a software or nothing but an application. So framework is nothing but a software. By using this software, we are going to developing the different kind of applications. Okay, so Django is a framework, and Django is purely developed by using the Python language. Django is purely developed by using the Python language. That's why if you want to work with the Django framework in your system for developing the new applications, so you must be having a Python installation in your system. Python installation must be required for working with Django framework. Is it clear, guys? Okay, so Django, how we are installing these all things. So today I'll take care only just the history about the Django, features about the Django only we discussed the last session. Okay, so what is the programs? We are the programming developers. So what is a program? You need to have knowledge. So program is nothing but a set of instructions. Set of instructions we are calling program. Okay, so set of instructions means in Python generally we are writing a equal to 10, b equal to 20, c equal to a plus b. Understand, friend? A plus b, and next print of c I'm writing. So here each line we can call statements. Okay, so here what you are doing, add 10 value into one variable, assigning 10 value into a variable, assign 20 value into b variable, and assign a plus b result into c variable. Okay, and then you are going to be print result on the console. So like this, here each line is one statement. Okay, nothing but one instruction. Here what you are giving instruction means store 20 value into b, store 10 value into a, like this. Okay, so set of instructions are called program. Set of instructions are called what, sir? Program. Okay, so set of programs are called software. Set of programs are called software. For example, here I have one more program, a equal to 10, b equal to 20, c equal to same like a plus b, and print of c. Okay, wait, sorry, total is gone. A equal to 10, b equal to 20. I'm writing c equal to b minus a, whatever you want. Okay, then I'm going to print c. So this is my addition.py, sir. For example, this is my addition dot or sum.py, whatever you want. So addition.py, like this my Python file name I'm taking, and this is I'm taking like a subtraction.py. Subtraction.py. Okay, so this is one file. Same like a multiplication.py, division.py, like a number of programs we are creating, sir. Assumption, division.py, multiplication.py, like this. So set up these all programs, set up combination of these all programs we are calling software, nothing but one calculator software, sir. Okay, using calculator we can do addition, we can do subtraction, multiplication, division, like this. So set up programs we can call as a software, calculator software. Understand, sir? So this is the point. Set of instructions are nothing but program. Set of programs are nothing but software. Why software is required means to developing the applications. Okay. So remember, sir, about that one. And Django framework, why you are learning means to developing the applications, web applications and static applications, like static applications, dynamic applications, all whatever you want, we can develop, sir. What are the static applications? What are the dynamic applications? We will discuss, sir. Later. And general overview I'm giving, sir. These all points last session I completed clearly. Okay, so that's why some basic points I'm giving. So we have different languages, sir. We have different languages, sir. And each language having the frameworks, different frameworks. Okay, different languages, different frameworks have, sir. For example, Java is a language. So Java related, what are the frameworks? Spring is a framework. Struts, Struts is a framework. Hibernate is a framework. Next, .NET related, if you are taking a .NET, so .NET related, MVC framework is there, MVC framework, and ASP.NET framework is there, ASP.NET. Okay, so this is one framework. And if you are taking our Python, Python is a language. Python related, we have Django framework, we have Django framework, or we have Flask framework, we have PyPyramid, Bottleneck, like a number of frameworks have Python related. Okay, so nowadays 90% projects are going with Django only to developing the web applications. Okay, only 5 to 10% projects only going on the Flask. That's why high priority we are giving to Django framework for developing the applications. Okay, so if you are learning Python language, then Python related Django framework we must be going to learn. 90% project, lot of projects are there using the Python Django related framework for developing our applications like that. Okay, but using Flask only less projects are there, small projects, less projects only there. That's why we are planning to learn this Django framework. Once you are getting this one, easily you can turn with you can learn yourself with Flask also, no problem. First we will focus on this one, sir. Understand this one? So Django framework is for developing the web applications. So if you want to becoming like a Pythonist developer, means Python plus Django framework we need to be learned. Okay, after learning Python, we can learn Django framework to developing the web applications. Okay, and if you want to go with artificial intelligence, AI, if you want to go with machine learning, you can go after learning Python, machine learning, data science, robotics, okay, artificial intelligence, like this a number of courses we can do it, sir, using the Python. That's why nowadays Python is getting more demanding. Okay, so Python is also called as a general purpose language, general purpose programming language to learn other courses. Okay, general purpose programming languages to do the other courses, to learn other purpose. Okay, so this is the importance of the Python and Django framework. Okay, so Django framework you want to use means must be required in your system Python. Using Python only Django framework is developed. That's why we can we need to require that Python software. So Python software in your system, how we are getting means you are downloading Python software and you are installing, sir. That is all at the time of learning Python only you are getting, no problem. Now here we are going to discuss about the Django framework. Okay, so how we are downloading, how we are installing, these are the points. Is it clear, guys? So history, sir, history is there, history about the Django history. So basic points I'm going to give. So who started means, when started means 2003 started, sir. 2003 started. Where started? Where started means Lawrence, Lawrence Journal. Okay, Lawrence Journal. Lawrence Journal, World. Lawrence Journal World Newspaper Organization. This is the one company, sir. Newspaper Organization. Okay, this is the thing. So in 2003, in Lawrence Journal World Newspaper Organization, this Django was started as an internal project. As an internal project, they started, sir. Are you getting, guys? As an internal project, they started. Okay, so in 2005, they released it to public. In 2005, they released it to public as open source with the free cost. 2005 they released it. Open source means directly anybody can download without paying any money. So that is the open source frameworks we are calling. In 2008, okay, they released. I mean, 2003 they started, 2005 they released to public, and 2005 they started one more own organization, DSF. Who started this organization means I'll tell. So in 2003, two authors are there, sir. Two authors are there. Who are the authors of our framework means Adrian and Simon Wilson, sir. Simon Wilson. These both are authors, sir. Adrian and Simon Wilson are web developers of in this company. These people are developing as an internal project in 2003 our Django framework. And these two people released in 2005 as a open source to the public. Okay. So later when they release it to public, these two developers, this company is not agree with them. Why you are releasing to public freely like this, giving some instructions. Okay, that's why these two people resigning for this company and they started own company. DSF stands for Django Software Foundation. Okay, like one company they started, sir, in 2008, and in 2008 they released version 1. Version 1.0 version they released. Okay, in 2019 April, sir. In 2019 April, 2.x version they released. 2.x version they released. Okay, in 2019 only, end of the year, December 3.x version also released. Okay, Python we have, sir, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, like a number of versions. Same like Django also 2.1 or 2.2, 1.0, 1.9, 1.11, like this, up to 3x versions are there. This is the history, sir. Okay, and why our framework name they taken as a Django? Why not other name? Only Django, why taken? That is the reason, sir. Means our developers, our authors who are means Adrian and Simon. So Adrian and Simon are both are music lovers, sir. Adrian and Simon both are music lovers, sir. These two people are loving one famous guitarist person. His name is Django Reinhardt. Okay, so one famous guitarist person is there, sir. One famous guitarist person. His name is Django Reinhardt. Based on this person name, they taken our framework name as Django. Here D is silent, sir. That's why we are calling it Django, not D Django, only Django. Is it clear, guys? So this is the history, and here only small points only I given. All these points clearly you are going to get notes, or PDF files you are getting, class notes, and typing material also you are going to get. You guys understand this one? Okay. So next, some features we discussed. Django features. Okay. Some features we are getting, sir. Features of Django framework. Features Django framework. So many features are there, sir. So these all things also last session I cleared. No problem, sir. This is a starting days. Clearly, we need to get all the points. When we started practically, then everything architecture wise we are going to developing the coding. No problem. Okay. So what are the features provided by Django framework? Means so Django is a open source. Django is a open source framework. Open source and free. Open source and free framework. Open source means anybody can download freely, and using the Django coding we can developing our remaining of our own applications. Okay, So when you are downloading the Django related internal code, everything we can see. That is we are calling open source. Internal framework related coding we can see, sir. That is we are calling open source. For example, Facebook application we are doing, sir. Facebook related coding, everything we are unable to see. That is all available in server side. Okay, so that is not open source. Understand this point? So this is the we are calling open source. And the second point, we can say Django framework is a scalable framework. Django framework is a versatile framework. So what is a scalable? What is a versatile? Means using Django, we can developing the low-level application, low-level applications, okay, and medium-level applications, medium level applications we can develop, and also high level applications we can develop. So low level means you are developing one application, your application every using by less than 1,000 people, sir. Generally your own application you are developing, less than 1,000 people only using. That is a low level application we are calling. And one application you are developing, that is every day approximately 10,000 to 20,000 people are visiting. For example, our Durga Soft online application is there, online site. Okay, that is every day 10,000 people are visiting, interacted with management. So this is we are calling medium level. High level means every day lakhs of people are interacting with our application. For example, Facebook, YouTube, Gmail, WhatsApp, these all things lakhs of people are using every day. So these things we are calling high level application. So using Django, we can develop low level to high level all kind of applications. So that is we are calling scalable technically. And versatile means banking related, okay, bank related applications we can develop, network related application we can develop, healthcare related application, healthcare healthcare related application we can develop, okay, and animation related we can develop, sir, animation or gaming like this. So e-commerce related application we can develop like this. Different domain based applications we can develop by using Django framework. This is a technically we are calling versatile. Next, Django is a portable framework. Django is a portable framework. So this is important, sir. Portable means cross-platform. Cross-platform. For example, here you have one Windows system, sir. You have one Linux system. You have one Mac OS system. Different OS, sir. Okay. So for example, I'm taking a Windows, and here I have Linux, and here I have some Mac OS is there. Okay, so here I developing one application using Django. Using Django, I developing one application. Okay, my Django application can interact with Java application, can interact with .NET application or PHP application, whatever you want. Okay, my Django application interacted with the PHP, interacted with the Java application, can do communication. And using Windows system, I developed this Django application. Same application using Linux system also you can execute. Using Mac system also you can execute Mac OS. Okay, means using Django framework, if you are developing one application, that is using one platform Windows, same application we can execute on Linux OS and Mac OS, and our application can communicate with Java, PHP, .NET, like all other applications. Okay, so irrespective of changing, or else without changing any coding lines, if you are developing one application, that application we can execute in any platform like Linux, Mac. That application can communicate with any other application like Java, PHP, .NET. This is we are calling a portable technically. Okay, so using Django framework, we can developing the portable frameworks, portable related applications. Okay, so that is also one of the major benefit. These all things Java also providing, sir. Okay, but compared to Java, REST API is getting having lot. I mean, Django is having lot of benefits. Slowly you are going to get. These all are common to all the languages, Java related frameworks and Python related frameworks. But Django is having a special advantages. Totally more than 10 points we are discussing, sir. Then you will understand Django related special points. Okay. Now here, So when we are installing Django framework, into our system, it by default comes by default is coming with 80% code, sir. By default coming with 70 to 80% code. A lot of predefined coding we are getting, sir. That's why huge modules we are getting, huge libraries we are getting, sir. Huge libraries we are getting at the time of installing the Django framework. By using these all modules or libraries, we can develop our own applications very fastly. By using predefined code, we are going to developing our user-defined code very easily. 70 to 80% code you are getting, sir, by default after installing. Later, that 30 to 20% code only we are responsible to developing. Is it clear, guys? Okay. Next, in Python we have modules concept. So predefined code, how we are importing means by using an import keyword. So in Python you are using import keyword. Same thing here also we are going to use. Next, sixth point. This is the one of the best points. So it is supporting all major database. It's support. Okay. It's supporting all major databases. Major databases. Okay. So all major databases means what's a major databases? Oracle, MySQL, and SQL Server, and MongoDB. Okay, MongoDB, PostgreSQL, like a number of databases are there, sir. Using Django framework, if you are developing one application, that application can interact with all major databases. Any database, if you want to communicate, you can use Oracle, use MySQL, can use SQL, can use MongoDB, can use whatever you want, you can use. Okay, so for this communication purpose, Django is providing a database settings separately, sir. Database settings separately providing which database you want to communicate in. Just the database setting only you are going to give. No need to write SQL code manually. For Oracle, separate SQL codes are there, sir, commands. For MySQL, separate commands are there. For MongoDB, separate commands are there. So as a developer, you are not responsible to write the all queries separately. So Django itself converting our database format, our Django code. Okay, using Django framework, if you are developing our application related data automatically converted into their own language or their own database formats. Okay, so that is the best point, sir. These things at the time of developing our programming you are going to get. And if you want to communicate, if you want to use these databases separately, you need to download and you need to install these databases. Okay, so Django by default comes with one database. By default comes with 1 DB, comes with SQLite 3 database. Okay, so this database no need to download and no need to install. Directly you can use in your project and you can store data. Understand, sir? But if you want to use these databases separately, we need to download and we need to install. We need to download and we need to be installed. Is it clear, guys? Okay, remember. But using SQLite, no need to download and directly we can use it. So initial days, without installing any database, using SQLite, we can do it practice. That is one of the benefit. Default database is coming along with the Django framework without installing any third-party databases, other databases. Okay, next another feature is Django framework is by default comes with admin site. By default comes with admin site. Admin site is one predefined application, sir. Admin site is one predefined application. Okay, so when we are developing any applications, real time, Facebook, Gmail, Swiggy, Zomato, okay, like any applications are. So for every application, users are there, application users are there, application developers are there, sir. Okay, developers of the application, users of the application. Understand, sir? So users, by using our application presentation, they are interacted with the database. Okay, and developers, how they are interacted with the database means admin site is there. By using admin site, developers are interacted with the database to store the data or else to managing the data. Okay, so if you are developing any one application, for your application purpose, you need to develop one piece of code or one part of code. Okay, project means a combination of codes or multiple files of code is there, lot of files, application nothing but so one piece, one part of code is nothing but admin site. So Django is by default coming with admin site. Okay, so using this piece of code, developers can interact with our application related databases. Okay, so every application when you are trying to develop, for your application related admin site also we need to develop, if you are a Java .NET developer. But if you are a Django developer, using Django framework you are developing, then this admin code by default you are getting. Admin code by default you are getting. Hence, one ready-made application you are getting without developing yourself. So then obviously we are reducing the lot of burden. Okay, using Django framework we are getting a lot of time savings are without developing the admin site application. Okay, so this is so many times we are using inside our application. So when we are starting programmatically, we will discuss about this one, how we are creating how we are using admin site, what is admin site, where this admin code is there. These all things I will show you, sir. Default code we are overriding with our own code, customization code. These things we will discuss slowly. Next, by default comes with one auth application also, sir. By default is coming with one auth application, nothing but authentication related. For example, sir, if you are developing any one site, any one application, okay, for your application related, register menu, login menu, after login, logout is required, okay, and login person profile menu is required. Understand, sir? So profile page related HTML, login related, logout related, registration related, and forgot password related, These all are comes under user authentication, sir. User authentication, registration, login, logout, profile page, and for password changing. Okay, forgot password related. These all things when you are taking application, for example, Gmail, Facebook, okay, bookmarks, so like a number of things, sir. So first of all, you need to do registration and then you need to log in. After login, your profile page you can see. For login, every login person can do logout. Okay. Sometimes if you are forgetting password, we can do that forget passwording. Okay. So like these all things required to developing every application. So without developing these all files manually, Django by default providing these all things automatically providing stuff. Okay, so automatically providing means as a developer we are not getting a more burden to developing these all things. We are saving lot of time, we are saving lot of lines of code for developing these all files. Okay, so Django is by default providing user authentication related all files. I don't want to use these all default files. I want to use my own customization files. And so we will override existing files. Okay, so this is also one of the best features. Django itself creating and reducing the burden on developers while developing the applications. Okay, and sir, when you are going to do registration or when you are trying to do login, sometimes we are unable to log in. For example, username password you are giving wrong, then immediately some errors displaying, sir. Please enter valid username password like this. These all things we are calling messages, error messages. Okay, or else for successfully also we are getting some messages, sir. When you are doing successful registration, your account created successfully. Welcome to Facebook, like this. Some messages we are getting, sir. So successful or failure related messages we are getting for every application at the time of doing some different tasks. Okay, so Django is by default providing one application which name as messages. Okay, so using this messages module, messages application, then automatically we are going to provide the different error messages or successful messages for every user action, user interaction. Okay, so these all things while developing our applications we are going to use these all things. Is it clear, guys? Okay, so and a huge documentation is there, for Django for learning purpose. So many websites are there for learning. Official documentation also there for learning. Okay, and Stack Overflow site also supporting this Django. When we are developing real-time application, suddenly we are facing some problems, but we are unable to solving that one. Then immediately your problem you can paste inside the Stack Overflow site. Then lot of real-time developers are there. Those people giving solution. For example, yourself you are not getting solution, sir. Maybe other person got that solution, so that person giving that solution to you. Okay, when that person stucking, then you are going to give solution like this using Stack Overflow site. Lot of people are exchanging the data, exchanging the information while developing the applications for getting any problems, if getting any problems. Okay, so huge third party forums supporting is there, huge labs are there. Okay, huge documentation is there, like a number of features are there, sir. Because of these all features, this Django framework is getting more demanding. Okay, so finally, if you are using Django framework to developing the application, to developing the applications, what are the main advantages? What are the main advantages means three factors we need to focus. Okay, so sir, every application developers, this is one application, sir. So Java company, Java side people developing this application. Java side people developing this application. While developing this application, these people are focusing mainly three factors. Mainly three factors. What is that one means? About cost, how much cost is going to spend for this project. Okay, how much time we need to spend to develop this project, and performance. We are increasing application performance is increasing or not. Okay, so simply performance performance of the application is good or not, we need to focus. Okay, so Java person developing these applications, same application using Django also I'm developing, sir. Using Django also developing. Okay, Django person also focusing mainly these three factors. So compared to Java, using Django framework, if you are developing, there is three features mainly more benefits you are getting. Okay, so compared to Java, high benefits you are getting to using Django. Okay, so if you are using Django framework to developing the one application, we can save the cost of project. We can save the cost of projects. Cost of the project we will save nothing but by using the less cost, by using the less cost and by using the less time, sir. Okay, save the time of the project also. By using the less cost, by using the less time, we are going to developing the best application, high performance related application. High performance we are going to give. Okay, so if you are using Django framework, so we can developing the applications like with less cost, with less time, with high performance. Less cost with less time with a high performance we are going to be developing compared to Java. Compared to Java. Okay, all application people are focusing on these three main factors while developing the application. Okay, sir, you know only Java. Using Java, you are going to developing this application, but your company owners, your company founders are giving instruction to you nowadays. Use Django to developing the same application. If you are using Django, then I will save money. Like this, company owners, founders are thinking like that nowadays. That's why the Django is getting more demanding. Why means always companies founders are looking for saving money, saving time, and high performance they need to give. Are you understanding, guys? Okay, so not only these benefits plus some extra benefits also there. So using Django we are going to write less lines of code, sir. Less code we are writing, sir. You know, sir, this one using Python, by using a print statement hello message we are writing, but using Java class name curly brace public static void main string system dot out dot println, like a number of lines you are writing. Okay, so if you know about these all lines, then you are able to print the hello message. What is system, what is auto, what is the println, what is public, These all things we need to learn first of all using Python, using Java, sir. But in Python, if you know about print method, then enough. Using print method, we can print the messages. Okay. So for hello message, only single line you are writing using Python, but using Java, 7-8 lines you are writing. So while developing real-time applications, thousands of lines code required using Java. Same thousands of lines code using Django if you are writing. So a lot of lines code is reducing. Using Java, 1000 lines you are writing means using Django 500 lines enough, sir. 500 lines enough. Okay, so that's why the Django framework is getting more demanding nowadays to developing the applications. Okay, so because of less code, obviously we are saving the time, sir. Obviously we are saving the time of the project development of time. So time you are saving means obviously cost of the project saving. Okay, because of the less code, so less memory also required, sir. Less memory also required. More lines code you are writing means more memory is required. More memory is required means more amount we need to spend for memory buying purpose. Okay, obviously cost is affected. Understand? Less code you are writing means within the less time you can write less code. That's why. Okay, time is affected again. Time is affected means again cost of the project also affected. Okay, and more lines code you are writing means complexity is increasing. Complexity increasing. Readability is not good. But less code you are writing using Django means readability is increasing, sir. Readability line by line we can read easily. Okay, readability is increasing and complexity is decreasing. Understand, sir? So like these all points are there, sir. Benefit points are by using Django framework. If you are developing application, we can do less code. We can write less code. Because of the less code, we required less memory. Okay, we required less memory, sir. Because of less memory, cost of the project saving. Okay, because of less lines of code, within the less time we can developing application. Because of less time, cost of the project again affected. Okay, and because of the less code, line by line, top to bottom executing, sir. If less lines of code you are writing means performance of the application increasing, execution time is increasing, sir. Okay, time saving means execution time is increasing. Okay, so performance is increasing obviously. And more lines you are writing means reading is problem. Less code you are writing means reading is good. Okay, so less code you are writing means complexity is decreasing. Like a number of benefits are there, sir, using Django framework. That's why this Django framework nowadays getting more demanding to developing the applications, both the static applications and dynamic applications we can developing. Are you understand this one, guys? So this is the reason we need to learn this Django framework. Okay, is it clear, guys? So up to here we discussed this last session. So today some new people there, that's why I'm telling all these points. Now we will discuss about our Django framework installation. Okay, we will discuss about installation, sir. Sir, up to now what I told, what I explained, okay, class notes you are going to get, and same thing typing material also you are going to get. Okay, about along with these notes materials, these videos also you are going to get for learning purpose when you have free time like this. Maybe some days, sometimes 1 or 2 days you are going to absent, maybe you may be absent, so that time you can listen that video, you can watch it everything understanding. Okay, so videos also you are getting, sir. Yeah, so now Django we need to install, sir. Django installation. Django installation. So if you want to install the Django in your system, must be required Python, I told, sir. Okay, first Python installation must be required. Python we need to install. After installing Python only you are able to install the Django. Why means Django is purely developed by using the Python. That is the one reason. And one is when we are installing this Python, when we are installing this Python software in our system, lot of predefined modules, predefined methods, predefined functions, predefined commands you are getting, sir. Okay, along with the Python software, lot of libraries you are getting. So we have pip command, sir. We have pip command. Pip command. So along with software Python installation, you are getting pip command. So the pip command must be required. This pip command is must be required to installing this Django. By using the pip command only, Django we are going to be installing. Are you guys understanding this one? So I'll explaining why, what is the pip, why that pip is required like this. Sir, we have modules concept in Python, sir. We have modules concept in Python. How many types of modules are there, sir? How many types of modules are there? How many types of modules in Python, sir? So, do you have any idea? Totally three types, sir. Three types of modules we have. So, what is the first one means system-defined modules or else free-defined modules or else built-in modules we can say, sir. Okay, free-defined module or built-in module. Built-in modules. Some people also call as system-defined modules. No problem. And the second one is what? User-defined module. User-defined module. And third one is what? This is a lot of people are stuck in, sir. So many times in interview you are getting these questions. How many types of modules are there? Can you explain about those? So free-defined and user-defined, you people are a lot of people are telling, but third one is missing, sir. A lot of people. So okay, first, what are the free-defined module means? The modules which are coming, the modules which are installing along with software, Python software. When we are installing the Python software, along with the Python software, the modules which are coming, those things we are calling free-defined modules or else built-in modules. Okay, the modules which are coming along with the Python software. The modules which are coming along with Python software installation. Python software installation. These things we are calling built-in modules. For example, what are the examples, sir? Built-in modules, math module along with Python software you are getting, sir. OS module, sys module, reg module, regular expression. Like a number of modules we are getting along with Python software, sir. Python software. For example, one more module, JSON module. Like a lot of modules are there, sir. Are you getting this one? Okay. So we can use at the time of developing our application, these all modules we can use for our application development. And what are the user defined modules means the modules which we are developing as a developer, the modules which we are developing at the time of developing the applications, then those modules we are calling user defined modules. As a developer, if you are developing any module, then we are calling those modules user defined modules. Understand one? So in Python, every .py file we can call as a module, sir. Every .py file, nothing but every Python file is nothing but one module only. So at the time of learning Python, sir, some programs you are doing practice, for example, demo.py, sample.py, example.py, like just practice purpose, sir. So many programs we did already. Okay, so these all things nothing but user defined modules only, user defined files. Understand this one? Okay, next what is the third one? Third one is nothing but third party modules we are calling, sir. Third party modules. This is important, sir. So thousands of third party modules are there, sir. Thousands of third party modules. So if you want to what are the third party modules means? Third party modules along with the Python software not coming. Along with the Python software coming means a predefined module or built-in module. As a developer, you are not creating. If you are creating, that is a user defined module. Then what is the about third party module means? So some third party persons or other persons along with the software not as a developer, you are not developing. Somebody other person developing some modules and those modules they are maintained in web location, internet location. Okay, so while developing your application, if you want to use any third party module, then we need to install those third party module when you are installing, then those are available into our Python software. Then we can use that module and we can developing our applications effectively. Okay, so how we are downloading the third party module from the web location means by using the pip commands. Pip stands for Python installer package. Python installer package, or else Python package installer. Some people also call as Python package installer. Okay, so by using pip command we can install the third party modules. Okay, so when I'm using this pip command, so here web location is there, sir. Here module 1 is there, module 2 is there, module 3, module 5, module 100, module 1000, like a number of modules are there, sir. Assumption. Okay, so when we are using pip command, then our pip command is going to web location, searching for our required module what you want to install, searching for our required module, finding our required module, and downloading that module and installing that module also. Everything is done by pip command only, sir. Okay, using pip command we are going to web location, searching for required module, downloading, installing. If module is not available means module not found error you are getting. Module not found error. Are you guys understand this one? This is all Python, sir. But that Python knowledge is required in Django also. So at the time of learning Python, your initial days you are getting these all points. So many days back you are learning these all things. That's why I'm recapturing these all things. Okay, recollecting. So pip install required module name you are going to use. So open your command prompt in your system, sir. Open your command prompt, then you are going to type it. You are going to type like this, pip install. This is common. Pip install your required module. Whatever the module you want to install, you can install. That is the thing, sir. Okay, so Python is a software. Directly you are downloading software, one exe file, and you are installing, sir, by clicking next like this, sir. But the Django is not a software, sir. Django is a module like a Python only. Django is also like a one Python file, predefined file. Okay, so Django is nothing but a one module. Third party modules, sir. Django is nothing but a one third party module. So third party modules, by using the pip command we are going to be installing. Guys, are you understanding this one? That's why I'm telling pip command must be required to install in the Django framework. Pip command when you are getting means after installing the Python software you are getting the pip command. That's why to work with Django, Python software is must be required. Okay, okay, guys. Now here I'm going to install my Django. So pip install Django related. What is the module name is Django only. Django only my module names. Module name. Pip install Django. When I'm using this one in this web location, multiple Django modules are. Django 1.0 is there. Django 1.9 is there. Django 1.11 is there. Django 2.0, 2.2, Django 3.1. Like a number of modules are there. For example, latest module assumption 3.3. 3.3 is the Django latest module. Okay, so pip command always going to web location, searching for Django module, required module. You are getting these all modules, Django modules only, sir. So finding latest version module. Django is finding the latest version module and downloading that version and installing that version in your local system. Okay, okay, I don't want latest version, sir. I want required version. I want one particular version means double equal to module name, required module name, double equal to required version number. Required version number you are going to give. For example, 2.0.5 I'm going to use, for example, assumption, sir. Okay, then I'm giving like this Django double equal to version number. So this pip command is going to web location, searching for Django module with version 2.0.5, downloading that one and installing that one. Are you guys understand this one? Just one command you are going to execute for Django. You are not going to download software, not going to installing manually by yourself next like this. Everything is done with command only. Are you guys understanding this one? Okay, so open the command prompt in our system. Open the command prompt in our system and type it that same command. Here you're going to type the same command. Is it clear? If already installed, for example, in my system already installed, if again I am installing means requirement already satisfied, requirement already satisfied, like this you are going to get a message. That's why I'm not going to install. You can yourself you can do, sir. Why means some limited amount of internet we are using. I'm using limited amount of internet. So many batches I need to talk. That's why when I'm using pip command means must be internet is required. Pip command is going to communicate with the web location internet from the internet downloading, sir. That's why some internet is going to take it. Okay, that is all your visa. Okay, no problem. I will do it that one. Pip install Django so version. So that is that going web location downloading. See, already I downloaded previously. I installed. That's why requirement already satisfied with so version. You're getting message. If not available means downloading, collecting, installing, everything is done step by step. Is it clear, guys? Up to here, all guys. Okay. Okay. After installing this Django module, then what file you are going to get? Then what file you are going to get into our local system? And this Django module will storing. That is the point. Okay. After successfully installing this Django module in our system, we are going to get one file, sir. We are going to get one Django. Sir, here D silent. We are in initial stage. That's why sometimes we are calling Django or else Django. Both are same, sir. Okay. So when you are attending interview, don't talk like a Django. Okay. Only Django like this you can pronounce now. Okay. Django -admin .py, like this is one file you are going to get, sir. After installing this Django module successfully, then into your Python location, wherever you created Python, where you stored Python, into your Python, okay, you are going to get one file which name as Django-admin.py. This is our Django framework related file, sir. Django file. I told every .py file we are calling module in Python. So Django-admin.py is a Django module related. Are you guys understand this one? So this is our Django framework related file, sir. In yesterday I told, okay. So while developing Django framework, so those developers Adrian and Simon Wilson are okay developing the multiple applications. Adrian and Simon Wilson are developing the multiple applications. In all applications, they are writing so many lines of same code, duplicate code writing. Okay, so can see one small example I show you. Previously also explained these all things. So here I have one application. So here database related, which database I want to communicate. Okay, and later admin site related, and then authentication related, user authentication, registration, login, logout, profile. You can take Gmail, Facebook, Swiggy, Zomato, Flipkart, Amazon, BookMyShow, like any web applications. All web applications required registration and then login. Okay, so when you are forgetting after some days your username password, then forgot password related, and after login for you logout button is providing. After login your profile menu showing, like all things is there, sir. Every application. Okay, so you are developing today one Facebook application, tomorrow one Zomato application you are developing. For both application, you need to develop the authentication related pages. Am I right? Both applications required. For Facebook, for Gmail, these all things are Facebook, Gmail, we are registering and then log in, and then we can see our profile, and we can log out, and sometimes we can do forgot password changes, like these all things. Okay. And Facebook also having admins, and Gmail also having admins. For admin interaction purpose, admin code is required. And Facebook also communicating with the database, Gmail also communicating with the database. So all applications must be required database coding also. Is that one? Database coding also. So can see, sorry, here I'll write DB related. DB related coding is required, admin related coding is required, authentication related coding is required. Okay, plus some Facebook related, some Facebook related, some extra presentation they are writing assumption. Okay, next here I have one Zomato application or else Gmail application you can take. For Gmail also database is required, admin is required, authentication is required, and then Gmail related some presentation you are going to write. Are you guys understanding what I'm telling? Okay, here one more application is there. So here also database is there. Okay, this is not a DB. We have DB, we have admin, we have author commonly, and here book my show BMS. I'm taking book my show related some presentation you are writing. Okay, Adrian and Simon both are web developers in this Lawrence Journal organization, sir. Lawrence Journal newspaper organization. That company, in that company, these two people are web developers. So these people are developing one application like this one, like this one, like this one. 3 applications they developed, sir. While developing these all applications, so they are thinking like, okay, here these 3 modules, database related, admin related, authentication related, already we created. In application 2 also same code we created. Application 3 also same code we created. Okay, in a number of applications, the same code we are writing again and again. So this is wasting time. By this they are thinking, sir, and they are feeling boring. Same code we are writing multiple times like this. That's why after they decided to take these all common features separately, take these all common features separately, maintained in one file, sir, which is maintained in database related, admin related, auth related, for example. Okay, so taken these all common features, taken these all common features from these all existing applications and maintained in one separate file. They taken this file name as okay, so django admin.py. They taken like this, django admin.py one file name. You guys understand this one? So this is that file. After installation you are getting. Okay, so later onwards when they are deciding to developing example application one, Facebook, Gmail, book my show only. Okay, so later without writing these all lines of code, simply they are importing this file. They are importing this file into this application. So when you are importing this file, these all modules also you are getting DB module, admin module, authentication module. So later they will reuse this DB module, admin module, authentication module without developing manually. Existing code is available here, sir. For database related 100 lines code is there. For admin related 100 lines code is there. For authentication, one more 100 lines code is there. Okay. So these all things we are importing without writing. You are importing means saving time, sir, a lot of time. Okay. So reducing the burden on the developers. Same file I'm importing into this application, same file I'm importing into this application also. So by using this file, later if you are developing any new application, those applications are giving the best results. So already our Adrian and Simon Wilson tested like this. By using this common file, they developed some new files, new applications. These all applications giving the best results compared to previous programs. That's why they decided, okay, using this Django program, our application getting a high performance and writing the less code, okay, and saving the time. If you are saving the time means obviously cost of the project saving and reliability increasing, complexity is decreasing, reducing the burden on the developers without writing again and again multiple times. Like this, these all features providing this framework. That's why they decided, okay, using this framework, people developing application means they are getting lot of benefits. We will give this file to public for developing their own application. Like this, they decide they given this file to public, sir. In 2005, they given. Are you understanding, sir? This is the reason, sir. Duplicate code reducing purpose. This Django is reduced, developed for first of all. Okay, so after installing this Django module, we are getting this Django admin.py file. Where it is storing means in our Python, sir, when you are installing Python software location is there. In our Python software, scripts one folder is there. In this folder going to get this django-admin.py file. Understand what? So once you are installing this django-admin.py file, then you are able to create the Django project, Django application, and you are able to run in the server, everything. Okay. So now onwards, after installing this module, using this file, we are going to create Django project. We are going to create what? Django project. Are you guys understand this one? Okay. So now how creating Django project means, open in your system, any one drive location, sir, any one drive location, open. For example, here, sir, all my project batches related in D drive, I'm creating different folders, batches wise. So for your batch, I'm going to create folder. Okay. So online Django 10 a.m. online Django 10 a.m. batch. I'm taking like this one folder, sir. Online Django 10 a.m. batch. Okay. So this is my batch, sir. In this folder, D drive, so and so folder. In this folder, I want to create all our practice programs, sir. All our practice programs. Okay. So click on here your command mouse. Click on this URL path. So type cmd. Then you are going to get command prompts. Okay. So command prompt D drive, my folder location. So here I want to create my Django project, sir. How you are going to create means Django -admin. This is my Python file, Django file. Django spelling mistakes. Yes, sir. Okay. Django -admin space start project. You are going to start the project, sir. Django -admin start project. Up to here, common every time when you are going to create the project. Okay. Django -admin start project followed by project name. I'm going to take demo project. Demo project. This is first project, that's why I'm telling demo project. Later, concepts wise, we are going to use names also, proper names. Are you getting this one? Okay. So now in this folder, in this Django online Django 10 a.m. batch, no folder is there. Now with this name, I'm going to create one project in this location. Okay, I'm executing, sir. After successfully executing this query, then here see, sir, you are getting demo project. My project name, sir. You are getting after executing this command, you are getting. Okay. Okay, remember, sir. When we are creating this Django project, demo project, so inside this is like a folder. So in D drive, this is one folder. In this folder, this is one subfolder. In this folder again we are getting some files. Okay. So manage.py we are getting, sir, and the demo project we are getting. So with the same name you are getting again project name. This is your project, demo project. This is my project, and this is my manage.py file, by default Python file. So this is acting like a one root folder. In this folder, project name, one application name, one database, like a number of files we are going to maintain in coming sessions. Okay, so enough, sir. Remember, now I created this demo project. Next, you need to redirect into this demo project location. Redirect into that project location. How we are redirecting means by using the cd command, sir. cd, and you are going to redirect demo project. Yes, right now you are inside this folder demo project. In this demo project, we have manage.py file, sir. We have manage.py file. Now onwards, this is the responsible. Now onwards, this manage.py is the responsible to creating application, to running the server, to creating the tables, everything, sir. If you want to performing anything on your database, anything on your project and application, this manage.py is the responsible. Okay, only for creating the project, only Django-admin is responsible. Later onwards, manage.py is the responsible predefined application, that one. Okay, so now I want to create application, sir. So if you want to create application, Python space manage.py, Python manage.py. I want to create application, sir. Start app. At the time of creating project, start project. At the time of creating application, start app. Followed by demo app. I'm using, sir. Commands can see, sir. This is a Django-admin start project name. After that, change to this location, into this location. That's why cd current directory, change directory into demo project. Okay. Now here I want to create my application. Python manage.py start app. Up to here fixed, sir. Then followed by your application name, user defined application name. I'm using. After executing this one here, demo app you are getting, sir. Demo app. Okay, so now this is my project, sir. Here this is my project, this application, and this is one Python file. These all are available inside this one. This is a root folder, base folder, root folder we are calling. Is it clear, guys? Okay, now project I created, application I created, sir. When we created this project, inside this project by default 4 files are coming. By default 4 files are coming, sir. Init file, settings file, URL file, like this. Don't worry, sir, all are very easy files. I'll take care. Okay, when you are developing Python applications regularly, so you are going to use you are going to create a sample.py, one file you are creating, and then here you are going to write different lines your Python coding. And one more thing is sum.py, for example, sum.py or addition.py. Then one addition related logics you are going to write. Okay, so like multiple files, single files you are writing, you are going to execute, sir, this one. But Django project means a collection of files. We are going to develop, sir. At the time of developing projects, collection of files we are using, and in each file some code we are writing. All these files are interconnected to each other. How they are interconnected? We have one architecture. We will discuss about that architecture more clearly in this session. Understand this one? What is this, sir? That is no problem. That is a Pipu versions are there. I'll show you that versions, sir. Which version you are getting, all things I'll show you, sir. Wait. Okay. So first of all, remember, sir, this one. Okay. Up to here, inside project 4 files you are getting. Inside application 6 files you are getting by default. One folder you are getting, migration folder. Okay. So these things structure wise, I'll show you first project structure after creating. Then towards development we will start. Okay. So okay, sir, here what is my project I created? Demo project, guys. Demo project. This is acting like a my root folder. This is acting like a my root folder. In this root folder, I'm getting some files, sir. So first file is again I'm getting demo project. This is actual my project. Demo project. In this demo project, how many files you are getting? 4 files you are getting, sir. File 1, file 2, file 3. What files you are getting? Forget about that one. Later I'll show you that one. Totally you are getting 4 files. 4 files you are getting. Okay. Next we have demo app. One application also we created here. In this application, by default, you are getting one folder. You are getting, sir, one folder. What is that folder means? Migrations folder. Okay, this is the folder. And after that, different files also you are getting. Assumptions are here. Multiple files are there. Okay, so totally 6 files you are getting. 6 files plus 1 folder. You are getting structure. Okay, after that, one more Python file you are getting. You got it here. Manage dot py. One Python file you are getting, sir. Is it clear, guys? Okay. So first time you are getting this one. Parallel level. These 3 are there. Demo project, demo app manage.py. Inside this demo project, 4 files. Inside this application, 6 files plus 1 folder and one manage.py. This is the structure you got it, sir, after creating. Understand, expand? So later each file we will open and we will write the logic, sir, depending on our requirements. So which file is doing what things, these all things architecture wise we will discuss, sir. Then each file is how interconnected each other. These all points you are going to get, sir. So first of all, this is the project structure, sir. So this is act like a root folder. This is acting like a root or else base folder we are calling, sir, base folder. In this folder we are creating our project name. Okay, in this folder we have our project and we have our application and we have our manage.py file also. Okay, and later Django by default comes with one database. I'm telling, sir, SQLite 3. The database also in this folder only available, sir. Coming tomorrow session I'll show you the database also. Same location in this folder only, the default database also available. Default database. Okay, like all things available in this root folder. Is it clear, guys? So this is the basic structure. And now after opening your command prompt, sir, here which version Python you are using? Python hyphen version. If you are typing, you are going to get version of Python 3.7 I'm using, sir. Okay, which Django version you are using? Which Django version you are using? Django admin you are going to use. Django admin version. So and so version you are using, you are getting, sir. So which pip version you are using? Pip. Okay, so then you are going to get which version you are using. 19.3 I'm using, sir, but latest version this is there. 20.2 is available. If you want, you can upgrade like this by using command. Here only there, python -m pip install -upgrade pip. Okay, otherwise 19 also you can use. 19 also you can use. And some people, sir, after installing Python pip command also, but when you are trying to install any module, like this, pip install Django. Okay, pip install Django like this. When they are trying to use pip command, Python is pip command is not recognized as an internal or external command, like this getting, sir. And some people getting like this, when we are typing Python, then immediately we need to get the Python prompt, sir. When you are getting this Python, when you are clicking enter after typing Python, you are getting this one. This is nothing but Python interactive mode. Okay, so when they are typing like this Python, immediately some people are getting errors, sir. Python is recognized an internal or external project. Means Python environment variables you are not setting perfectly. Python environment variables you are not setting perfectly. Okay, so if you want to come to back command prompt, Control Z, then you are coming to back, sir. Do you understand this one? So that Python environment variables, how we are setting Python interpreter and this location, both we need to give, sir. Interpreter location and the pip location, both we need to give. Okay, so that is how we are setting that path. Actually, these all things in Python only you are learning, but some people not having much knowledge about how we are setting Python interpreter location and pip location as environment variables. That is I will show you tomorrow practically. And after taking your mail, sir, I will give you this all documentation and Python installation related screens, images I will give you, sir, step by step, next step what, like this. And if you are getting Python environment variables after typing this one, if you are getting any error, that error how we are solving these all things also images wise, okay, diagrams wise, you are going to get the a lot of screens. I'll send to your mail. Is it clear, guys? So using any pip version we can use, sir, but latest version that is there, you are using 19 version like this, you are getting. Okay, no need to upgrade. That is all your wish. Is it clear, guys? Okay, so now I'll stop this recording, sir, and you can ask whatever you have doubts. Okay, I'll interact sometimes with you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, guys. So are you understanding, guys? Hello? Do you have any queries regarding this session or time period or something, whatever you want? You can ask, sir. Anybody? Samir, Sailja, Himabindu. If you have any queries, can ask. Otherwise, we will meet tomorrow session. Okay. Basic demos, only history and futures only I completed. Today only I started installation. Tomorrow, programmatically, we are going to do after discussing the environment variables. Okay. Yeah. Tell me, guys. Do you have any queries? Yeah. Yesterday?
I missed the class, sir. So
yes, yesterday only futures only I told, madam. That futures also today also I discussed. So today only just typing only concept points only I typed. But yesterday with the explanation also theoretical also I typed. Only these futures only I discussed yesterday. Total session more clearly. Okay. So what is what overview only given. So just futures all our knowledge purpose why we need to learn this Django framework. And when I'm sharing documentation to you, for example, here see introduction to framework. Some points about the framework you are getting. Different web frameworks what are available. See different languages available. Different frameworks available. Each language related. Just knowledge purpose theoretical you are getting what is Django and the history of the Django. All points are. I told in 2003 started in Lawrence Journal Organization started. Developers are Adrian Simon like this. Theoretically, you are going to get. I'll give you this all documentation to you within 1 or 2 days by taking your mails. Okay, and here features all points. These features related explanation I given one by one. What is scalable? What is versatile? What is more secure? And open source is what portable? What supporting all databases like this. All given one by one. And then advantages, mainly these features I told with less time, with less cost, we are developing the good product. That is the main target using Django. After that installation, today only we discussed it. Understand this one? Okay. So don't bother about the previous session. So today onwards, actual code starting installation Django. After installing what you are getting, how we are installing, how creating projects like this. And tomorrow also, we are going to create one more project and some real-time IDs are there, development purpose coding. So how we are installing those IDs, we are using those IDs. These all things slowly, one by one, concepts wise, we will discuss. At the end of the session, total after completing all the concepts, by combining all the concepts, CRUD operations. CRUD means creating, updating, retrieving, deleting on database. Okay, so using admin site we can do it CRUD operation. Using SQL database we can do it CRUD operation. Using our Django presentation, as a developer we are responsible to write backend code. We are only responsible to write the presentation code as a student, sir. Okay, when you are joining real-time organization, maybe in your organization some special UI developers are there. Some people are only working on backend side. Some are working on presentation. Some are working on backend. No problem. But as a student, you are only presenter. You are a presentation developer. You are only backend developer. That's why while developing our application, this front end part also I'll take care. So using our UI knowledge, so how we are interacting with the database to performing the operation, like some lot of projects we are going to do it. Okay. Yeah. Any other doubt? Guys, any other doubts? No doubts? Okay. Shall we meet tomorrow? Yeah, guys. So I'll take tomorrow your all mails and I'll give you this all the documentation tomorrow, guys. Okay. Tomorrow I'll take and up to what we discussing tomorrow, those all things I'll send to your mail. Okay. So day to day after completing concept, every day I will give this documentation, PDF files, class notes also there, guys. Previously when I taken previously offline batches, so class notes with a good handwriting. So I taken all the notes. So the PDF files I'll give you class notes and this typing material. Not this is just for explanation purpose I'm typing. Okay, you are going to get like this typing material, all the things. Typing material you are getting, and same thing. These videos also you are going to get, sir. For learning purpose, if any one day you are missing means you can listen that video like this. Okay, and we require 45 sessions, guys, for more discussion. Actually, previously a lot of batches had taken 30 days batches only. So 30 days batches only means so without typing like this, just what is what diagrammatically I'm showing, and mainly I'm using IDs, real-time IDs for developing the applications. So coding development purpose. See here, after developing our application, these all files we are getting. Internal files, this is application related, this is all my project related. Don't worry, how these all are interconnected. Django is providing one architecture diagram. So we will discuss about that one, diagram, architecture. And that architecture also very, very important in interviews, sir. You are attending 100 interviews means 90 interviews you are getting about the architecture. So Django follows what architecture? Can you explain about architecture? 100% question is coming, sir, every time. So you are unable to explain about Django architecture means, so you are not suitable for Django development. Like this interview person understanding, thinking. So we will discuss about the diagram tomorrow. Then more clearly you are going to understand that one. Okay. So using these real-time IDs, so here a lot of menus are there. So while developing real-time coding, these all menus giving a lot of benefits for developers. So how using these all things, so slowly, programmatically we will develop. Is it clear, guys? Okay. So that's why for more discussion purpose, for more extra projects covering purpose, 45 sessions I'm planning, sir. Is it clear, guys? So before your batch, your senior batch also there, employees only there. So only personally I'm taking, sir, through institute only. Personally I'm taking with less people only. So 2 are from Canada. Some people are going abroad, sir, our Indian people only. Okay, for studying higher studies purpose. And from Canada 2 people, and from India only 1 employee. All people are recently only, yesterday only completing that batch also, and another batch also there. So even at least 2 people are there also, I'll continue, sir, this batch, no problem. This is an online session. So for every 1 hour, different batches are going. Okay. So that is all our plan. Some people are thinking in this batch 100 people are not there, like this thinking. But some people, only 2 people there, we will understanding very easily like this. Some people are thinking. So that is all our planning. Okay. So as soon as possible. So if you are registering, if you are contacting management and you are registering, then without discussing again and again like same points, there practically, programmatically, we are going to discuss all the things. Okay, guys. So this is from my side. If you have any queries, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll stop now. Tomorrow we'll meet, guys.
How much sir?
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Interview questions.
Interview questions means so I'm giving previous all my batches some questions I'm raising. Okay. For example, after 10 days, some concept we are completing. So then up to that, what we are discussing, those all points, questions I'm making, and I'm arranging. I mean, already I'm maintaining some PDF files with all questions. So when we are going with each question, first of all, I'm remembering or not, I forget or not, like this, yourself you are going to get confidence. Okay. So when you know about those all questions, you are able to attending the interviews. Without knowing those concepts, even though you are attending interviews, any question you may get within that questions. Okay. And frankly, I'm telling, sir, yesterday only the person already employed, but he is working on a BPO side, night shifts. Okay. So that one learning Python, Django, and REST API. Total Python side application you want to do means the 3 things required, sir. Python, Django, REST API. REST API only minor point, forget about that one. Python and Django is must be required 100%. Okay. So that person on BPO side working night shifts. So recently on the online batches learning Python and Django framework. Django framework myself only I teach that one. Okay. So yesterday only the person told me he got jobs, sir, with good packages. Okay, he got job with good packages, but he is not getting job on web application development, sir. For web development, not getting job. Okay, he got job on artificial intelligence. Do you understand that one? Artificial intelligence. Do you know about that one, guys? Artificial intelligence. After learning Python,
Yes, sir.
we can go with the different areas. I'm telling, Python is a general purpose programming language. General purpose programming language. Why we are calling means, see here, artificial intelligence is there. Deep learning, sorry, deep learning, machine learning. Okay, learning, robotics, and data science, and Django. This Django is nothing but web development purpose. Like this, after learning this Python, you can go with artificial intelligence, you can go with deep learning, you can go with machine learning and robotics and data science and Django. Okay, so that person joining, learning this Django Python language, learning this Python language and learning this Django. Okay, so the person attending interview also based on these two things only, Python and Django. Actually, that person real-time employee, but BPO side working, night shifts. Okay, so I know Python and Django, but I'm working on BPO only, directly telling openly. But artificial intelligence on this technology, so people are hiring by asking questions on Python and Django only, asking how much level you are thoroughly prepared, how much knowledge you have in your Django, in your Python, like this, thoroughly all questions asked. And finally, they told, we are hiring you as a artificial intelligence developer. Okay, we will give you some training sessions about the artificial intelligence. Then you can continue with my organization, like this. So good packages, sir. The person having 3.4 months experience, 3 years, 4 months, 3.4 years. Okay, so with 11 lakhs package, 11 lakhs package. So yesterday only he said evening 5 p.m. That is my evening 5 p.m. batch, Django batch. So he felt very happy. He feel like so happy, sir. I'm working BPO side. I'm getting only 21,000 something BPO. Okay, so this is for family maintenance purpose. I'm getting a lot of problems like that. So after learning Python, immediately I'm getting artificial intelligence within 11 lakhs package, and that too no need to maintaining a fake experience. Openly they taken by taking that 3 years experience, 3.4 years experience on BPO side, they taken, no problem. We require urgent requirement. Okay, that's why they taken. Sometimes our luck is coming like that, sir. By putting fake experience, if you are joining means you need to handle that one. That fake experience as a real experience you need to handle. But we don't know sometimes some things, so that time we are getting a lot of problems. Okay, so any course or what you are learning, so day to day really be thoroughly, be ready to read all things. And tomorrow if any interview is there like this, any person is telling, so you need to attend. Okay, and previously, I mean, a lot of people already from this Durga Soft only, sir. Okay, Python learning, Django learning, and REST API learning. Okay, a lot of people got jobs also, sir. So these all people are working in different organizations. When they are having interviews in their interviews, so they are giving a reference to me. I mean, sir, in my company, so and so entries are going. So if any suitable persons are there, can send to this organization. Like this, they are giving information. So when students, old students are giving that information I'm sharing to my students. Okay. So if you are ready with that one, then you can attend in that one. That is all your wish. Okay. So sometimes some people immediately ready to attend that interview. Some people are okay. We required 10 days for preparing all the subject. Then we will attend, like this. They are thinking, sir. So you are postponing means your job also postponing. Okay, so a company is not waiting for you up to you are coming, like that. Hundreds of people are waiting for job. So be ready day to day. How much level you are preparing? Okay, so then myself also getting boosting, and I will also introduce a lot of things, internal things, real time related. Okay, but any faculties are Python, Django, Java, .NET, anything, all platform what required majorly to develop the applications. So these things focusing. Are you understand this point? So by learning these all basics, all things, by combining this all knowledge, we need to spend a lot of time in Google. Different sites are there, different tutorials are there. Practice yourself. Then you are getting a lot of advantages. Is it clear, guys? Okay, so that's why this Python is getting more demanding, sir. Nowadays Python is getting more demanding. So 100 people are learning artificial intelligence assumption, 100 people are learning artificial intelligence, 100 people are learning deep learning, 100 people are learning machine learning. Okay, one more 100 people are learning data robotics, data science, and Django, like this. Okay, these all people learning what course? Python. That's why this Python is nowadays more demanding. Okay, after learning Python, different areas they are choosing, and this Django also having more benefits. Nowadays, lot of vacancies are there in Django development. Means Java, .NET related, this is the replacement. Okay, so using Java, Django, .NET, lot of applications going, sir. Previously, from last 20 years on, a lot of applications they developed, but nowadays all those applications are slowly migrating with Django framework. Why means? So using Django, you are saving money, saving time, giving high performance application. That's why the Django also having more vacancies. So we can choose this one also for developing web applications. Is it, guys? Okay. Thank you, guys. So tomorrow we will meet, and tomorrow we will start our application real time. I mean, practically we are going to start application with real time tools. Okay. Okay, guys. Tomorrow we'll meet. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.